photos with disturbing backstories. At first glance, this photo looks pretty normal. But when you start to look closer, you can actually see this path right here, and then another path that drops off the side. This photo was actually snapped by Kurt Diemberger. Him and his companion climbed this mountain and then tried to return, but only Kurt was able to return. His companion ended up veering off of Kurt's path and ended up falling off this little ledge right here. His name was Herman Buhl, and he's still in the ice to this day. And for the second photo, we have this unassuming photo of JP Morgan and Laia Graf. The woman to the left, Laia Graf, became an overnight sensation once she joined the circus. But when she couldn't deal with this overwhelming attention, she ended up moving back to her home country, Germany. And this was during World War II, so you can see where this is going. She was later arrested when she came back for being an unfit human and was sent to an encampment where she ended up losing her life. Follow for part 5.
How long have I been gone?
Quite a while, pal. Quite a while. 10 years.
This video shows Don Herbert, who in 1995 was fighting a fire when the roof above him collapsed, causing him to receive a severe brain injury. He fell into a coma for 10 years straight, until he was put on a new set of medications that gradually began waking him up. When he was fully aware, he was conscious with his memories intact and began immediately asking for his wife Linda. Don's story, as well as the family, was thrown into the spotlight, and this footage shows Don's first interaction with his wife and 5 kids. However, soon after, Don was trying to get out of bed when he slipped and fell, suffering from a second brain injury and dying of pneumonia a year later.
This is why Hispanic family doesn't like to talk about her at night. Watch this.
Update. This morning I received this Snapchat from my neighbor.
Mate, I am stressing out. Look what I've just found. Like, that's been cut. Thank God this door was locked. And do you know what? I thought I heard something last night, but I thought it was the cats. Mate, can you check your camera footage?
This is what I found.
Blood-curdling facts that you wish you never knew. Part 34. In 2008, Bruce Pardo snuck into his ex's Christmas party and torched it with a gift-wrapped flamethrower. These 5 Australian children were playing in a bouncy castle when suddenly it was lifted 30 feet in the air by a gust of wind. Unfortunately, they were thrown out of the castle mid-air and plummeted to their deaths. A mother named Heather Pingle died after saving her 4-year-old son from a pit bull. During the fight, she was able to wrap a cord around the dog and strangle it, but not before losing both of her arms and a significant amount of blood. In 1992, a 79-year-old woman purchased a McDonald's coffee, but accidentally spilled it on her lap and suffered 3rd-degree burns. She ended up suing the company, arguing the temperature was far too high, and ended up winning $3 million.
Tiptoe through the window, on the window, that's where I'll be. Come tiptoe through the tulips with me.
The most disturbing crimes that children have ever committed. Part 5. The children that we're going to be talking about in this video are quite well known, Anissa Weier and Morgan Geyser. For those of you that don't know, these two had an unhealthy obsession with Slender Man. And Slender Man is an urban legend with a very tall and of course slender figure that controls children. With this being said, these two had a 3rd friend of whom's life they planned to take. The classmate that they planned to end was Peyton Leutner. Anissa and Morgan would then lure Peyton into the woods where they would stab her 19 times. Fortunately, Peyton actually survived. She was able to crawl to a roadway where a cyclist was able to help her, and she made a full recovery. And in regards to Morgan and Anita, both were obviously arrested, found guilty, and placed into mental institutions because who would do something like this, especially 2 12-year-olds? Follow for part 6.
Tonight's challenge. Crow Man.
Summon the Crow Man, you'll need a glass of water with a feather inside of it. Go in front of a mirror and light in your candle and repeat Crow Man 13 times. If your eyes become black in the mirror, it means he's here. Here to join the live stream, heart and follow.